Are you nervous about the real estate market because you're buying or selling and the trade war between China and the United States or the interest rates or all the tariff situations is making you nervous? Well, you're going to want to watch this video because we're going to go into the market and go over a recap of last week. Hi, my name is Arne Johansson. I'm a local realtor here in the metro area, Minneapolis Metro, and we provide market updates, property tours, real estate buying and selling tips every single week so you can make the best buying and selling decisions. Let's get right into it. So, weekly market activity report. Interesting stat: a family with a national median income of 98,000 needed 38% of their income to make the monthly mortgage payments on a medium price home, which is 419,000. And so, prices are going up. Homes are more expensive. It's harder to buy. And interest rates went up this week. We'll get that in a little bit. But here, we got new listings increased 23%. That's a lot. Pending sales increased 13%. That's a lot. Inventory increased 3.5%. We had prices increase 6.1%. So, I mean, prices are going up, inventory is going up. That's normal. If we look here, we see, like we talked about last week, more listings are coming up, and this is what happens in the summertime. We're also going in summer and the spring. We're also have more sales, so we're going to have more sales coming up versus in the winter because it's nicer outside. People are out shopping. They don't want to move in the winter. They want to move in the spring and summer. So we are going to be right now. We're in the buying and selling season, so we're going to see a lot of action coming up. Inventory of homes is going to keep going up. Days on market is creeping up a little bit. Median prices are increasing. That's a lot. 380 versus just last a couple years ago, 342. And let's look at the affordability index. So, I mean, look at that. We were at 133, now we're at 117. We're probably going to start capping out at some point in time. I don't know. The thing is we still have low inventories, and let's look at that. So, if we look at the total homes available for sale, we still have all-time lows. So, we were at 38,000 in the peak here before the market crashed in 2008, and we're still only at 8,900. So, still not a lot of homes available for sale. We're going to see prices increase because every spring and summer they go up, as you can see right here. They go up every year. So, we're going to start seeing prices go up. We already see that right there in the market data. But let's talk about interest rates because interest rates jumped. That was the big news this week. Interest rates jumped. They went down just like on Tuesday to the lowest level of the year to 6.6%. And then 3 days later by Friday, they were up to 7.07%. So that probably added like hundreds of dollars a month to some people's mortgage payment. So that's definitely going to affect the real estate market. But I do want to just continue to emphasize this point is that there's barely anything out there to buy. Like if you look at the Lake Nokomis area, there's only 24 houses available for sale right now. Look at this. That's it. If you want to live in Lake Nokomis, you want a single family home, those are your options today. Not a lot of options. So let's look at some of these. Anything looks good. This one just came on the market. 579 Elliott Avenue. Check this out. Looks nice. Just came on the market yesterday. 570, was it 575, 579? Smaller kitchen. Good area. So we'll see what that happens. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 579, 2,000 square feet. What is that priced at per square foot? Priced at 279. So, it's just I think what's going to happen. The question is, how are the interest rates going to affect the real estate market? I think we're going to see probably going to see some buyers hold off for sure. There's going to be people that are going to be buying no matter what because they're moving, they're getting married, they're getting divorced, they're having kids, they got a new job, somebody died. They're going to be moving and they just have to move. And some people are going to be selling for the same reason. Divorce, kids, marriage, moving, somebody died, all that stuff is still going to happen. We're still going to have a lot more sellers putting their houses on the market. We're still going to have more buyers coming out. And my advice to buyers is what I always say: pick a house that's worth buying. How do you know what a house is worth buying? If you don't have a lot of real estate experience, call me because I have really spent my whole life within real estate, whether it's selling houses, which I've been a broker since 2013. I've represented over 300 buyers and sellers personally. I've built houses, I've built a duplex, I've remodeled dozens of houses. I'm a licensed general contractor. So, like, I can go up to a house and I really can just spot the things that are wrong with it. I have a sense of value, really, I feel. And so, you want to have a sense of value. You want to know that you're getting a good house, buy a house on the middle of the block, but don't buy a house on a busy street. If you're in Minneapolis, I would stay away from corner lots because you have two sidewalks to shovel. Um, you know, try to buy a house in Minneapolis that faces east because then you got the morning sun coming up in your living room and you got the south side light coming out on one side of the house. Things like that. Make sure you're looking at the gutters. Make sure you're looking at the foundation, the windows, the furnace, the AC. A lot of that stuff I can see before you even get to inspection. Now, some of the stuff you're not going to be able to see, and I always recommend getting an inspection too. But you want to make sure you know what you're doing. So hire a great realtor. Call me if you need help on that. And if you're selling, it's really important to, especially with the interest rates being so high, buyers buyers are going to be picky. Um, especially on the older homes because they're going to have to put some money into it. Inflation is high, people are tight on budgets. So I think you really want to get your house ready to sell, which means cleaning the house, decluttering the house. You want to work with a great realtor that's going to know how to price it, know how to negotiate, and know how to market it. I feel like I do a pretty good job with that because, um, I've sold a lot of houses and I really care about making sure we price it right. I really don't just look at just numbers. I go through properties, I tour dozens of properties before we even go on the market. So I know exactly how your house is going to stack up against the competition. And that way, when we do put the house on the market, we're going to be in a strong position because we know kind of how every other house compares to yours that buyers are going to have to choose from. So just be ready. It's going to be an intense selling season this year. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens to these interest rates because, you know, um, the Fed might cut interest rates. We don't know. We never know what's going to happen with interest rates, but it's still going to be a busy market. So give me a call if you need help. If any of this was helpful, leave a comment, send this video to somebody. Let me know what you want to see and on any of their future videos. And like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll continue to put these market updates out. So, again, my name's Arne Johansson. Hope this was helpful. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.